I'm the as-yet-written vengeance of Alvaro Valdez, the best laid plans and Modesto, the reckoning of Santa Cruz, St. Isidro, Bisbee, Chandler, Port Rainier, the blood, sweat, and tears of all that I refuse to forget. I'm that unpaid debt. No sidekick, no subplot, no mascot, no ethnic study. The universe I embody. The ground above me, the sky beneath my feet. Marching las calles, las estrellas, the circular calendar, 60 ni siquiera si vera, past, the future and the present, la catch all at once. This moment I am you and you are me and we are two clenched fists that still lit fire, sacred kept, final breath, the so-called last fighting Aztec, laughing in the face of death, the blade of El Pachuco, guarding the temple steps, the strength of memory, the promise of tomorrow. Yo soy Chicano, y Chicano soy, a donde me lleves, el Chicano voy, they want you, think it's important. Critical. It's your rehabilitation for the way in which you enter this world. Read Thomas Jefferson or else you get pregnant. Standards and practices. Curriculum and instruction, and you, the product of a public education, do not interrupt. You've been cuffed, face first the pavement like your father, your grandfather, your mother, your nina, your tío, so you learn your lessons, not personal. It's all you people. So don't get mad. Don't be hurt. Don't make this political. It's economic. Objective. The law of self-interest. If we let you in, what will become of the canon, the classics, Alexander, Napoleon, who will shelve the wit and wisdom of Ben Franklin, Shelley, Shakespeare, Chaucer, Walt Whitman for the Palmanic, starting what is miserable, inefficient Mexico to do with the grand mission. The noble race, the new world you fought, you lost, you don't get to define this isn't racism. It's progress, providence, and God willing, you filthy mongrels, it is just the way it is. I look at you, I see color, I see labor. Law and order, cops and robbers, guards and convicts, institutions of correction, schools that look like prisons, caged apartments where the cost of living, the cost of being brown is high as wage theft and the rent. Forget your savage tongue, I will teach you this robust American love, spoon feed you spics, freedom of speech. You learn how to take a joke and speak to authority. I'll show you who you are in a book and you'll believe it because I said it and now I read it. And who are you to question the canon, the classics, Lowry, Kerouac, walk out on the great white brilliance of Garfield, Roosevelt, Lincoln, Wilson. Who are you? The universe is a muralist. The cosmos are our self-portrait. Starring a curandera, a danzante, a poet laureate, a stylist, a mechanic, the barrio dandy cruising the rings of Saturn to the travel tips of Torres, Carrasco tearing down the curtain on Union Station, Joaquin returning triumphant to the halls of Tucson, mowing down leaves of grass, because fuck Walt Whitman. This is an Art Laboe dedication to Frida, Selena, Cantinflas, the mighty queen, all that we are and all that we've been. When the people of the sun are dancing to the dancing tunes of Venezuela in the days of living music, when La Luna was a calavera and the ancestors welcomed in the future through circular calendars where I am you and you are me, sitting at a desk, looking to the stars, searching for the end to a poem that never began, that always was, and forever shall be. So that one's full of like all kinds of references that like I don't even understand. So, all right. Los Angeles full of abuelas raise grandkids in Spanglish under the watchful eye. Cuauhtémoc the Virgin Jesus. Make a village out of a duplex. Raise Catholic, but the roots are indigenous. Several generations of family extension all growing in one plot. Hand-me-downs under shared rooms, and reflections. In la quech, porque mi casa es tu casa, mi promises is family living. That's palabra. Just light a candle. Burn some sage, pick your saints, and set your altar to the sign of the cross. The sound of the contra prayers lift the four directions. That's culture, not contradiction. Folks in the back, they fight for a living. 515 hail from the rowdy section of Dodger Stadium, but their hearts still burn with the fire from that Chavez ravine. And here is home of La Reina. At 54 cents on the dollar, America's most exploited worker. Neglected, disrespected, presumed incompetent. If she lives life as expected, she'll be labeled statistic. If she manages to outpace them, threaten, they will blame affirmative action, but either way, they will not see her. They will demand her labor, paid and unpaid, smiling, her eyes humble and her mouth silent. Lady of the River. Cities past, present, and future. Queen of Angels. Invisible to those who float through canyons, lagoons, and cemeteries, whitewashing adobe through a series of fevered dreams connected by a bridge called her back to those who make demands. The story is told to bury the past, the ones who serve to remind her that she works for them, that she is lucky to even have a job here in a pueblo de Nuestra Señora, la Reina de Los Ángeles del Rio, por 5 hours. They like to call it La La Land. In the 1780s, we built a pueblo. 1890s, the brickyards of Montebello built one again. Only beaten and shot, only for no Mexicans, no dogs, only for different set of rules, for different set of schools, only be written out of the history of a city we founded as we are priced out of the homes of our mothers. Yet more and more of greater Los Angeles is suddenly discovered, and this is the struggle of our forebears. One para pan, historia y tierras victorias. Siempre the struggle is real. La lucha sigue. La Reina de Los Ángeles on the front lines of every fight, holding it down, holding the better half of the sky, fighting gentrification, fighting for education, fighting for tenants' rights, fighting la migra y la police, chinga la ice, fighting for dignity, hers and ours, all the damn time. Proud and brown and brown and proud are the hearts and hands, the backbone of these race fists. So we throw 2 fingers up when we say fuck Donald Trump. That's not identity politics. No, that is the cry of the proletariat at 54 cents on the dollar. She is the face of it. So when you see her pushing some other mother strollers locked behind cash registers, come out 3rd, 4th, 5th, shift to the oppressed, show some respect, bow your head and bend the knee. All hail La Reina, the once and future queen. Oh man, thank you. So that's my family there. It's Irene, the queen. Sorry earlier. We have a blog together called the Southwest Political Report at Sedillo.com. I only have a couple minutes, so I'm just going to run through one more poem, and then I'll be out of your hair. Before I do that, though, my name is Sedillo. Go to Sedillo.com. Go to IreneSanchez.com. We do colleges, and I do a lot of them. We do a lot of them, just a lot of them. I'm not too shy to brag, but I ain't too proud to beg. That's my business model. So, here's my last poem. It's called Pilgrim. Alright, see, some are born in summer homes and palatial groves where pain was only to unfold from the pages of secret gardens where different grows, but not I. See, I come from the stock of star-eyed astronauts who greet the night sky with big dreams and wide eyes, always running down the devil's highway through occupied America, on the way back to house on Mango Street, and all those other books you didn't want us to read. Raised a handball off the back wall of a panaderia born east the river post Mendez versus Westminster, one generation with the red lines. And diplomas that were signed that those dreams in that skin need not apply. See, I come from struggle. And if my story offends you, it was only because you made the mistake of seeking your reflection in my self-portrait. See, this may not be about you. Because some are born in the Common Core, whose reflected faces grace the pages of doctrines to discover and age to be explored. World hardships crashed against new shores, New England, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York. For others pushed off Turtle Island, Aslan. Do not call this brown-skinned immigrant. Child of the sun, son of the conquest, Mexicano blood. Run the veins east side of Los Angeles. Do not tell him when native tongue the song would best be sung. Do not tell me who I am, because I was raised just like you. Miseducating some of those very same schools off lessons and legends of honest Indians and Christian pilgrims and a nation of immigrants all united in freedom. That isn't until they pulled aside my white friend, pointed directly at me and said, Scott, I judge you by the company you keep and you spend your time with this. And that same old source, 1846. The Adventures of Uncle Sam, the stick-up man, a wetback. Show me your papers, now give me your labor, the melting pot. It's never made for the hands to clean it. The American dream has always come at the expense of those who tucked it in. You don't know that. So you don't teach it. Could write you a book, but you won't read it. So you know what? This is about you. In 1492, in the Treaty of Guadalupe, in California missions and Arizona schools, these racists that try to erase us, to raise their kids in cities that bear our names. But you can learn something today. From Ferdinand to Minuteman, from Arpaio to Alamo, from Popo Budio, Soy Joaquin to the Indian, to Lives y Me, from Mexico 68 to Missing 43, they try to bury us. They didn't know we were seeds. We can name minds. Lenos Frack from Tandeala, Luis Zapata, Joaquin Murrieta, Las Adelitas, Brown Baresi, Zapatistas, from Richard Nixon, the third Napoleon, from Peckinpah to Houston, from Lone Star Republic to Christopher Columbus, all the way down to Donald fucking Trump. We didn't cross the borders crossed us. Who you calling immigrants? Pilgrim.